Dear Mooji, I would like to ask 3 questions. 1. If I am already the self, as you say, why am I not convinced of this? Why don't I know it? 2. If and when one realizes the truth, what will be one's experience? And 3. Is there any real difference between the one who knows the self and the one who doesn't? I mean, does it really matter, seen as only the real exists? I would very much appreciate your comments. Thank you, John. Okay, 3 questions. First question, if I am already the self, as you say, why am I not convinced of this? Why don't I know it? If I am already the self, as you say, why am I not convinced of this? Because it is like, if I give an example, that when you were born, you got mixed up and they gave you to wrong parents. Okay, you grew up with these parents, and when you're growing up with these parents, you say, but wait a minute, why these people, they are so, I am 6 foot tall and these people are pygmies. And something is not right about it. They have bright red hair. My hair is black. Something doesn't seem right. Some people. That maybe is too far an exaggeration, but somewhere along the line we suspect something is not too right, but I don't know what it is. Still, you call mother, father, they call you son, they pay your school fees, you go to school, they are there to all your celebrations, they're there. Then one day, someone told you, actually, because you're living this life and you're not happy, you're broke, you cannot do anything, you're living in very poor circumstances. One day, somebody tell you, we've been looking for you all over, you see. And your parents are really the king and the queen of this country. This is who you are. You are from royal pedigree. You're not this. Wow! What an impact, you see. At first, either some people that don't believe. Now, what are you talking about? But only the one will believe who already had suspicion something is not what it appears to be. This one is open for discovery. Then you discover not only your parents are different, but they're actually, everything belongs to them. And therefore everything belongs to you. But all the while you have been calling yourself George or something, but really you are the prince itself, or the princess. But you don't realize this thing because your education, your upbringing has told you are something else. And still you are behaving like that. That you are the thing. And even sometimes after discovering who you really are, you see, then you go to the palace for the first time, you're welcomed with full ceremony, everything, everybody will embrace you. And but before, when you were living outside, you didn't know who you are. You're stealing things from the shops. Yeah? Now you go to the kingdom, you go to the palace itself, and then they give you beautiful food, and you're stealing the utensils because they're made of silver and gold. You're putting them in your bag when nobody's looking, you see. You're still behaving like you are from the old regime of mentality, Then somebody see you, they say, why are you doing this? What a strange behavior, all this is yours. Why are you behaving like a thief, you see? Why don't I know it? Why am I not convinced of this? Because you are convinced of something else. You are convinced that you are really this body-mind, and you have never questioned it, you see. Nobody questioned it. So we are the spirit being itself. You're eternal. Timeless, in fact. But now you believe you're in time. You're even planning a future, remembering past. You see, all of these things came to you because of the wrong notion, the limited notion that you're only these things, that you are perishable. You identified with what is perishable, and so you came into the experience of decay and death and fear, you see. Second question, If and when one realizes the truth, what will be one's experience, you see? One is not so much concerned with dualistic experiences, although it's there. A flower will still appear to be a flower, the sky is still the sky, the earth is the earth, trees are trees, people are people somehow. But it's more like an appearance internally. The impact of them as separate objects is not strong. More, there's the taste, the feeling, the energy of being. It pervades everything. It feels like being. And here, your mind is not perceiving multitude of things. It's like it's always sitting in its root essence. It's always wholesome. It's always something total. It's not pulled into experiences or into any object towards relationships that deeply. Everything is there, but their weight is not heavy. It's a sort of superficial appearance more. And you are immeasurably happy, but you're not happy about something. You're simply in a state of joy, and not excitement, but a quiet joy. This is the joy of being, you see. What will be one's experience. But not concerned about it, not looking for more joy, not looking for more anything. One sees that the world is simply unfolding. In terms of the physical world, the physically manifest world is unfolding, and it's changeful. And one enjoys the changefulness, the necessary changefulness of all things. That is the vibrancy of being, and it has to be like that. One will not try to make stable what is by nature changeful. That perfect understanding will blossom inside your heart, and your mind will be at peace. Third question, is there any real difference between the one who knows the self and the one who doesn't? So this is an interesting question. Is there any real difference between one who knows the self and one who doesn't know? There's no real difference. But there will be experientially great difference. Because one who knows themselves is not easily panicked, is at peace with all the beings. They are at peace. There's no residual conflict. They are not ruled by delusion. They are really pure being. They are the manifest God, in a sense. You can say this thing. They are pure being. The one who does not, who continues to suffer, seeing other things as other things, other people as other people, and missing the one self that is manifest in all of them. So, no real difference, but experientially vast difference. No essential difference, but difference in expression, difference in experience, different in taste, you see, and the difference in energy also. The experience will be like this, you know. And you continue, you say, I mean, does it really matter, you say, seen as only the real exist? Well, at present you are making the statement only mentally. Does it really matter if only the real exists? I mean, then what does it matter if one is a fool, one is a sage? Well, ask the sage, ask the fool. If the fool is happy in his life, then he's perfect, maybe he's a sage. If the sage is miserable in his life, maybe he's a fool. You have to find out from them. Does it really matter? Ask yourself if it matters. You see, as only the real exists. What you mean by the real? If this was your truth, you wouldn't ask all these questions. If this was already your truth, you would not ask all these questions. You see, at the moment, this assertion of yours is only intellectual. Does it really matter if everything is the self? Of course it matters. Of course it matters, because you don't like to be in pain. You don't want to suffer. You don't like to be in conflict. If you could be out of conflict and be in real contentment and peace, would it matter? Of course you would say it matters. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. I would not believe you. The one who has gone beyond these contrasting ways of the mind, this one is in perfect peace. In perfect peace doesn't mean that they are so aloof that they don't care about the world. They're not indifferent, you see. They're detached. And there's a big difference between indifference and detachment, you see. There's feelings, there's joy, the sadness. All these are waves, they can come, but they're not identified with any condition or any conditioning. They have surpassed, transcended that, you see. And I want to tell you that it's not so difficult, but it's not easy either, because the way in which we think about easiness is like something to do and it's not much to do. It's not like that. We are the self already, but our fascination for something else keeps us engaged in that something else, and so you missed. In the same way that you cannot look at two things at the same time, you cannot serve two important things at the same time. If you are deeply engaged in the world, you will not recognize what is true. So, another John, no? Very good, thank you.